Well, good morning. It's the Sid and the Badgerita, and we are at Fossil Butte National Monument, just outside of Kemmerer, Wyoming. This is the first exhibit that you come to before the visitor center, and it essentially depicts the early collectors and the people that, started to commercially start to dig these fossils up and sell them, and it gives you a visual depiction of how they're using very old tools to uncover the fossils from within these sections of stone. And it kind of gives you a timeline of who was here and when they started. One of the things we saw in the video was collecting fossils at night. Sometimes the light is better at night when you shine a light across the fossil. You can see the imprint, the bumps that it creates, and then they know that there's a fossil underneath there. So that's how they sort of discover the fossils, using these artificial lights, and then they'll come back in the next day or some other day and do the actual mining. Sharks introduced in 390 million years ago, ferns, insect, conifers. It's kind of a nice way to chart when the progression of these plants and animals. Another mass extinction, there's been at least 2 on this timeline. And this is the visitor center. Opens at 8 and closes at 5. And I should point out that this is free. There's no charge to come in here. An amazing display of everything from plant life to insect life to animal life, fossilized seeds.
Sandblaster, but instead of using sand as the abrasive, we use a fine dust, a dolomite dust, and we use this machine to get right down to the bone. And if you're careful and approach the bone with the right angle of attack, you can really get most of the rock out without damaging the bone.
We've come into the video room, and even it is quite cool with these backlit photos. And there's 2 videos. Fossil lake film, paleontology and geology, fishing Fossil Lake. How were the fossils found? So we're back outside the visitor center, and there's a walkway around it with signage and information, and that is the butte itself that this is named after. What we found interesting after watching the two videos, these fossils are encased in layers, and they crack open these layers to reveal the fossils that are inside. So it's not like you can just walk up and pick up a fossil off the ground. It's sort of sandwiched in between these layers, and there's private property that essentially is mined for the fossils and sold all throughout the world. Just like gold mining or silver mining, it's mining for fossils. But it was fascinating how they find these, unearth them, and then how they have to use tools in some cases to get the rest of the rock away to uncover the fossil. So the videos were well worth watching. There's about a 2.5 mile road, scenic drive that leads you out to various trails. Now again, there's no fossils to be seen walking the trails. They're encased in the rock, but you can see the land from which the fossils were harvested. You can see some of the quarry sites. There's two different sets of trails, one off that road I was telling you about, and then one further away from here off the main road. So we got here early, and as you can see, there's parking for maybe a dozen cars over there, but also importantly, there's trailer parking, and so we're pulling our trailer. And if you go around, the scenic drive starts up that direction for 2.5 miles, but there's enough parking, especially if you get here early, and certainly enough of availability. I guess there's more parking across there as well.